Okay, folks, House of Payne season 14 is right around the corner, and people are still talking about the season finale. It's crazy because I posted my video, I think about 2 days after it aired, and the video is close to 10,000 hits. Keep in mind that I still have a number of discussion related videos about Laura and Ella that I still need to post. It's just that I wanted to spread things out a bit so channel retention would stay strong, because this hiatus period is pretty big, especially since I moved beyond the gates to my backup channel. And that channel has been doing well retention wise. So, just trying to spread things out in a more organized fashion instead of posting like 50 videos at once and then having a dry spell. But I talked about in my review that I felt like Calvin was getting a bad shake. The fact that, CJ and specifically his dad really came down on him about Laura's behavior. And it's like, well, how's it my fault? And to some extent, I agree with him, because Laura was the one that came in there, with a vendetta. Obviously it was to talk with Ella, but then she came at Miranda, and then the rest of the family defended her. And then when she decided to be disrespectful to, Miss Ella in her own home, yeah, she got some resistance there. But I think the main issue here, it isn't just strictly about Calvin, but I think it's more so Laura, and the fact that, well, I don't really think there's ever been much of an attempt for Laura to be acclimated into the family. I think the first time I truly remember Laura being included in a family event was the game night episode from several seasons ago. And Miranda was the one who intruded on that night because she wasn't invited. She came over there, I think, to see Ella about something, and was shocked that, it was family game night and she wasn't invited. And she decided to invite herself and opted to make things awkward for Laura by bringing, I think they were playing charades or something. And she decided to throw a lot of memories with Calvin. So basically those two were bonding to make Laura feel awkward. And I remember not liking that episode, not just because of Miranda, but the fact that by the end of it, Laura apologized for doing too much because she was rightfully upset, and nobody called out Miranda at all. Now, then we've had moments with Laura helping out with Curtis for the food truck. So there have been a few moments here and there, but there haven't been that many. And I think back to the episode about the cinnamon rolls for Christian's, the wedding tasting thing, and cinnamon rolls for Christian's Bake Off. And it's like she was mad because your mom should be teaching me. And it's like, well, have you asked her? And that just goes to show that Laura needs to understand that. And it's like her parents said, you marry Calvin, he comes with a lot of baggage. So basically, while you might be his wife, you aren't always his first priority, because he has other children and he has other baby mama / ex-wife. So essentially, you can't always expect, look at it this way. She can't expect Curtis's parents, specifically Ellie. Curtis don't want to be bothered. I accidentally said Curtis's parents, but yeah, she can't expect Calvin's parents, specifically Auntie Ella, to drop everything and treat her as priority because you're the daughter-in-law. She's still connected to Miranda via Christian, and that's something that's not going to change. And a lot of people have been saying this for years / seasons. I feel like low-key Laura thought that Calvin was going to be like an absentee father and not really be there for either of his children, not interact with either of his baby mamas. But no, he's close with Miranda. Him and Tracy seem to have an understanding. I guess that's the best way to put it. But in terms of Laura, she needs to learn that, yeah, you needed to spend time with Calvin's parents. Keep in mind, wasn't it just a season ago Calvin met her parents for the first time? And on top of that, it doesn't help that Laura, when we see her on screen, she's either, sometimes when she's off screen, she's either doing something related to work, she's off with her friends planning the wedding stuff. So it's like, you've barely spent any time getting to know Calvin's parents. I feel like, honestly, and this could be said about a lot of women in today's society. And I'm not trying to be a red pill or manosphere person, but just from what I've seen, it seems that more often than not, some, not a lot of them, not all, but women today seem to spend more time and effort planning a wedding than the necessary time to cultivate a marriage. It's like more time is spent preparing for the big day as opposed to getting to know the future in-laws or making sure you and your partner or spouse to be are truly compatible. It's like more people are they're there for the show, not the the likes and the clicks, as opposed to what happens. Okay, the honeymoon's over, we're back at home. Like, are we still compatible? Is this marriage going to work? It's really insane. And this just goes to the writing, because honestly, and like I said before, I know Laura was never going to be fully accepted by the fans because it was always, we want Miranda and Calvin back. I blame not just Tyler, because he did write the first season, but then new writers wrote every season after the fact. I think they could have done a much better job of writing Laura being involved, even if it was even if it was nothing more than just Laura and Ella going out shopping or everything. We've seen far more scenes of like Miranda and Ella going to the grocery store or going to like a help center event than we've ever had of Laura and Ella doing something together. That's one of the biggest detriments, because more often than not, Laura's screen time has been, I want to say, 80% versus Miranda. We've seen a few, just sweet moments between her and Calvin, but more often than not, Laura's screen time is dedicated to her being the biggest obstacle of Calvin and Miranda getting back together. And like I said, the few times we've seen Laura with Aunt Ella is usually because Ella's being the mediator between Laura and Miranda versus Laura and Calvin's family actually doing something together. So that's my biggest thing. And I feel like some fans have taken Laura's side. It's like, yeah, Laura, came in there, wrong with the wrong energy, but has the family really gone out of their way to get to know her? Well, that's true too. I mean, we've seen moments where they hung out. Like I remember one time we had Laura and Lisa working out together. So she's been used sparingly, but I don't know. I just feel like I see both sides of it, but I'm not going to sit up here and act like Laura was out of pocket for the way she, came up in the house. She literally came in there with the wrong energy, completely disrespectful. And a lot of people have pointed out, yeah, you can tell she's spoiled because she twisted Ella's words, because she certainly didn't say, take your narrow ass out of my house, get your narrow butt out of my house, and come back when you learn some respect and whatnot, and rightfully so. And now she's going to call her mom, and yeah, this wedding is not going to happen. I see no coming back from this. There really is no coming back for this, because she's literally pissed off and disrespected the entire family. And now it's like, oh, I'm getting my mom to take care of this. Hoo-wee. Oh, man. So, yeah, who do you blame? Do you think Calvin should have done a better job of kind of, integrating Laura into the family? I think so, because, he was the one that started dating her. He was the one that got proposed. So it's like, hey, let me get, you used to this life before, you join it. And Laura, spend less time trying to shove Miranda out of the picture and realize like, hey, you know what? If I want to be a part of this family, I need to find my place. That kind of thing. Don't take a spot that's already preoccupied. So yeah, but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.